This is why making a great first impression can sometimes be overrated. About 8 years ago, I made an appointment from a cold call with this man who was really enthusiastic about investing. He had his diary open and we booked a meeting for the following week, Tuesday at 11 a.m., which he accepted via email. The day of the meeting, I called him at 8 a.m. to confirm. He did, and he was still excited about the meeting. I arrived at the coffee shop at 11 a.m., 11:03, 11:06, and the man is nowhere in sight. So I give him a call, and guess what? He'd forgotten about the meeting and couldn't make it because he was on the other side of town. I thought he was joking. How can you forget a meeting you were so enthusiastic about and confirmed just 2 hours ago? I was really upset at this guy for wasting my time. But before I hung up, he said, Monya, I know how this looks, but I apologize. Please can we meet at Thursday, 4 p.m. at the same place? It's busy at that time, so let's meet on the patio. I was wondering who this guy thought he was. He's just wasted my time with the most pathetic excuse and now just wants to slot himself and ease into my calendar. I was so mad, and the next day I sat looking at that Thursday 4 p.m. slot. It was empty. I wasn't busy, and the only thing that kept me moving the meeting from Tuesday at 9 to Thursday at 4 was my pride. In the end, I rebooked. If something more important came up, I'll just cancel on him because deep down I knew his true colors. He accepted the invite. The next morning, he confirmed again, and I eventually made my way to the meeting in the afternoon. And I remember sitting in my car in the parking lot and thinking to myself, how much I'd feel like a fool if I got into the coffee shop and he wasn't there again. But surely that can't happen. I mean, he suggested this new meeting at this new time. Or maybe that's just a sick way of wasting people's time. Maybe he enjoys that. And also, how can this guy not have a financial advisor already? He's always speaking about how busy he is. But the busiest and most successful people already have financial advisors. I must be wasting my time. I recall also thinking what the waiters will think to themselves, wondering why I was back there again, meeting imaginary clients. I remember thinking if someone paid me once, they'll do it again. I was close to driving off and sparing myself the embarrassment, but at the same time, what else did I have to lose? I was already there. And he sounded sincere in his apology. I have to take a leap of faith and trust that he'll be there. Eventually, I did walk past the table I'd sat in 2 days earlier, and made my way outside to the patio. There wasn't anyone there, except for one gentleman sitting in the corner with a baseball cap who was waiting for me. All those crazy insecurities of being stood up just went away as soon as he put his hand out to greet me. We sat down and he gave me one simple task. He had multiple investments and insurances with several financial services companies and wanted to consolidate them all into one portfolio. The deal I signed with him at that time was life-changing, especially for a guy still trying to find his feet. But yet, I was on the brink of walking out on him moments earlier. 8 years later, our partnership continues to develop as his portfolio carries on growing. I feel that our continuity is a reflection of the growth he's experienced in our partnership. I often look back at both our personal development working together and what wouldn't have happened had a moment of pride or the doubt sitting in my car that Thursday afternoon stopped me from walking in. And I've carried that lesson with me ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't always have to be a perfect or pretty start. There's times where you have to give people the benefit of the doubt when things get off to the wrong foot, even under ridiculous circumstances. You sometimes have to roll the dice one more time. On so many occasions, the most valuable relationships I've had with clients have come from awkward starts. When are those times to roll the dice, you might ask? Listen to your gut and not conventional wisdom. There's no right or wrong answer. But when you ask yourself that question to yourself internally, your inner torch will always point you towards the right direction, and it's never wrong. Also, just remember, you're looking to build a business relationship, a partnership with this person or company for the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years or more. Don't let your judgment be clouded for a long-term partnership by a first-term interaction only. You could be leaving a gold mine on the table.